Hey, we're here in the dressing room. I'm Brett Savant. We're here with Chris Aurillo and Anik Sood, from who just performed Sood. Sorry, I'm so incorrect. Sood. Like soothe. Like soothe. Like I'm soothing. You're soothing me.
We could soothe. Should we massage Brett?
Massage. Oh, baby.
Chris gives very good massages.
Strong hands.
I won't judge whose side is better, but
I don't want you to.
It's very clear.
We're gonna do this
when he gives me massages.
We're not gonna talk about anything. We're just gonna not.
If we were to talk,
no, let's stop. We never met this guy. Let's make him ask some questions.
Yeah. So
figure out what kind of dude this is.
So let's figure out what kind of guy I am. I just saw you guys.
Who are you?
I'm Brett.
Yes.
I have a show. This is the Late Stream, a live stream talk show, and we're
filmed by John Porte.
Who's
the guy we know? John, beautiful John.
John, my producer, who hooks me up with very funny people.
Nano,
you guys were just
Nano
in
Steven.
Dinner with Aurillo, which is a hilarious show. You were the guest tonight for Chris, and this is a show
for
where
the second time in a row.
Second time.
One of the guests.
So you have just dinner with people and improvise with them.
That's
I eat with them and have a conversation.
Where was the food from tonight? Because I have to admit, it looked very tasty.
It's from a restaurant called Shorty's.
Oh, those were cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks,
yeah.
Chicken steak.
Shorty's, if you want to sponsor us, we just gave you some free advertising.
Was it the same last time? Was it the same last time?
What?
The last time it was me, you, and Phil.
Was it the same with Shorty's as well?
No, we got something else. I don't know.
You get different food every time.
We go to diners. We get Italian food.
Yeah.
We order things on a website application called
Seamless.
Oh, we're also looking for sponsorship from Seamless.
It's also a seamless way to order food.
It is a seamless way to order food. I never knew how much I hated talking to people on the phone until Seamless.
I've had some experience.
I think we all knew. Yeah, it's a weird. I would never want to do it.
Do you remember in school being terrified of having to, like high school age, like being terrified of having to order pizza?
Yeah.
On the phone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Scariest thing in the world.
Particularly because
I'd be like, Mom, no, you order it. You order it. No. Listen, I'll pay for it. You order the food.
I would do that with my brother. I go, please, can you order me and my friend's pizza and a cheese pie? Because I
like... You know what I'm saying? I need 3 toppings. And also I need to not put some stuff. And I want it well done, but I'm just embarrassed to ask about this.
See, for me, I'm a very picky eater. I like very plain things. So I like a cheese pizza. I like a plain burger. And I always feel like the people on the phone judge me for that. Yeah. They're like, well, you don't want anything on your burger?
The truth is that in real life and in that situation, and in real life and in general, no one is thinking about you.
Oh, what?
They're thinking about themselves.
It's so true. You're so right.
No one's thinking.
You're absolutely right. That's such a great point.
No one is thinking about you.
Nobody's thinking about any of us. That's really the truth.
Maybe our moms are, but that's
they are. Yeah.
That's such a weird part.
But our moms are thinking about us because they have to order our pizzas. They have to order our pizzas, and they order it, and everyone else on the outside is like, "Oh, you want a plane? Good, great. Here's a plane." And I'm never gonna fucking think about you again. That's a great point, Chris.
I'm thinking about Brett, but that's just because it's my job.
Brett, who's Brett?
That's me. Alright, come on. Anik Sood.
Oh, shit.
That's me.
Sood.
Wait.
No, it's
Wait,
Sood.
Who's Kyle then?
Kyle. That's just another classic,
I'm sorry, that's my fault.
Well, no, sometimes I do go into Kyle, who is a different character. Let me bring Kyle out here.
No, just leave Kyle wherever.
Okay, Brett's coming back up.
Hey, Brett.
Hey.
All right. Glad you're here.
You're Brett?
Kyle.
You're Brett?
I'm Brett.
Okay.
But Kyle, what a dick, Kyle.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Kyle's a dick. That's why I'm glad he's not here.
So,
I'm sorry.
Chris, who do you usually? So dinner with Aurillo. Maybe you can explain to our viewers what the show is kind of all about.
For those that missed it, I have dinner with a friend of mine on stage. My favorite thing about improv was something that I learned here at the Pit, where we like to teach you in our improv classes that when you're on stage with another person, just having a conversation, that could be enough of a magic trick. Just 2 people talking could be. And we get hung up and self-conscious about what it is we say on stage and to each other, and that happens in real life. We interrupt each other. We what can we make the conflict about, as opposed to just having a conversation. And sort of we were doing some stuff tonight. We were just talking about what we were going through that week, and it ended up being pretty funny because it's the discovery and what we find with each other. We dress it up. Funny. It was hilarious. Yeah, we dress it up. We make the underground look like a restaurant, and Jamie Dursky plays a waiter.
I was there. You weren't. I was there.
Ronnie Pascal, the producer of the festival here,
Kyle loved it.
He plays the maitre d'.
Yeah, he was a strange napkin guy tonight.
He was doing some bits. I mean, he was definitely inventing stuff and using the environment. You know?
And let me tell you something too about what makes this show unique. It's also what makes Chris unique is that this is it's one of these experiences. We did this show, and he's you know, Chris puts us in this situation. He's like, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna have a fun time, and Chris is a big draw. He brings a lot of people, but he doesn't give us a lot of guidelines. He doesn't tell us what we have to do. We talk to him.
Just talk.
He relies on himself to guide us, and also on himself to just be. You know, he relies on his guests to be the people who will talk about the things they need to talk about. And this is, it's funny, what came up a lot tonight was how long I've known Chris, and also how long the same instructions for Chris have been the situation, which is I've known Chris for 20 years, and he's always put me out there. He's always put me into, I mean, I would never, I started acting because Chris put me in a play in high school. 20 years ago.
You guys know John all the way back from high school?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
18 years ago, he asked me to play an alien in a play. And I asked him how you wanted me to play that alien in that play. And he said, I'm going to put this thing on your head. After that, I want you to be you playing this alien. I want you to do everything that you can to be this alien.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that exactly? So it had as much of an impact on you as for him?
I hope so. I mean, I'll imagine it had more of an impact on me because in a lot of ways, when I went out there and I did what Chris told me to, I went and did this character, and a lot of people laughed at it, and I felt really proud walking away from that as just some fucking random kid doing his first show. Like, I mean, I told jokes before. We all tell jokes to our friends, but I walked off that stage that morning, and that evening, and I felt like a different human being. People laughed at me. I played a character that wasn't myself. And I did it because a friend told me that I could do this thing.
It was like a friend gave you heroin.
Yeah, it was a great moment. And on top of that, he gave me the best advice a friend can give another friend, which is just do the thing that makes you happy. Do it. Get out there, have fun, be the person who makes you happy. And for 18 straight years after that, we've done a ton of shows, and Chris has given me the same advice, which is have fun out there, do these things, don't worry about it, because sometimes I worry 10 times more than he does when we do shows. Sometimes I worry less than he does, but he always tells me the same thing, which is just get out there, have a great time, and even if you're worried, the audience will never know. If you make a mistake, the audience will never know, and I could never have done any of that stuff if it wasn't for Chris telling me every time and the first time.
Well, that's what friends are for.
Yeah, be the fun you want to have. If you're having a fun time, the audience is going to have a fun time. And
it's also nice that they have cell phones too, so they could, if they're not
Now
enjoying the show,
if
they're not enjoying the show,
they can rate us
look at their cell
immediately,
phone.
Just now, instead of having to get up and leave for something more fun.
We're competing with people's cell phones. They could buy their phones and just watch it.
We are. But the reality is, I wouldn't have done any of that stuff today if it wasn't for this guy having told me that 18 years ago. And I think a lot of people have that experience in classes and all these things, and it's amazing. So,
well, I think
that's why I pointed now. It's just he's made an amazing difference.
That's the best advice that you think a friend could give you. What is the best advice you think a friend could give you?
Just do it.
No matter what it is.
Something he's told me a lot. Just do it.
Just do it.
Shut up and do it.
Nike, we're also looking for sponsorship.
I get Anik on stage a lot, but he gets me out there in real life a lot.
Oh yeah?
You know?
How so?
Well, I mean, the reality is in all these situations.
Get up, wake up in the morning.
So literally to get you into the real world.
Dress and speak English and blink and breathe.
I mean, what's the reality? What's the reality? You're not alone. You're not unloved. If you're depressed, it's not like you're out there, you're depressed, you're unhappy. I'm like, oh, I'm laying in bed. It's like, yeah, but there are other people thinking about you, man. There are other people who are like, why isn't he out of bed? And they're disappointed.
That's what I love
They're
about
waiting for you.
improv and theater, and that's why I wanted to do a show at the New York City Improv Festival. I submitted a show specifically with the intention of being able to hang out at the New York City Improv Festival. That's why I wanted to do it.
Well, it's also a clear contrary point to what you guys said at the start of the interview, which is nobody is thinking about you. Nobody's thinking about you.
I mean, when you're calling up the pizza place to order something and you're scared to order from them, that guy's not thinking about you. He doesn't care. He's got his own BS to deal with.
Yeah. What I'm saying is nobody's thinking critically about you.
Yeah.
Nobody's like, oh, you want some fucking plain pizza?
Yeah.
What was the other thing you wanted?
Plain hamburger.
Oh,
he wants a hamburger from a pizza place.
Like the guy at the
That's
pizza
a
place
dangerous
is like,
order.
the guy at the pizza place is like, one less slice of cheese, one less fucking set of pepperoni. It's cheaper. It's the same fucking price for this fucking asshole.
We're getting
Send it to
pizza.
him.
We're getting pizza. Brett wants a burger.
Oh my God. Classic Brett.
What are we gonna do?
Classic Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle's back.
Which one are you? What's your name?
I'm Kyle. I have a split personality disorder. Sometimes it's just.
When he doesn't want to face his reality, he turns into Kyle.
Yes, whenever I go to sleep, it's just Kyle goes to sleep. It's too much.
Because Brett doesn't want
to think about thoughts of the day.
I understand that. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
sometimes he wonders if I'm here, and if he's not.
I think I'm just talking to you and one other person sometimes.
I might not even be here.
Am I
just be you and Josh?
No, you're here.
Am
I here though?
But I think you're here.
Do you think?
It's like Fight Club.
I think therefore I am.
Or am I just a figment of his imagination?
John's whispering.
And you're just humoring him. Stop whispering to the camera.
I'm just laughing at you.
See, I'm the part of Chris that can't tell you. That's why I compliment Chris so much. Is because Chris can't compliment himself.
Chris, you can't compliment yourself? You gotta compliment yourself.
I try to and I get scared. And
He doesn't enough. He doesn't give himself enough
I run
credit.
away when I do.
You should give yourself a lot of credit.
You should give yourself a lot of credit.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Oh, getting
uncomfortable.
This is what it's all about. We're going to get a little uncomfortable here on the late stream.
Complimenting a person who's complimenting himself.
I'm so glad you came to see the show.
Yeah, man. Of course it was. It was a hell of a time.
I didn't realize you were in the audience because I met you.
No, because you were focused on the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it'd be rude in the middle of the show
I
to come up and say, "Hi, I'm Brett, by the way. I'm hoping to interview you."
John Porte did not come to see the show though.
Oh, he came in a little late. Yeah. He made a little bit of noise. I'm glad that you didn't notice.
No, I didn't notice him. Yeah,
I didn't do the get up for him. You know, usually someone tries to get in. You do the little get up. I just did one of these.
No, I'm not going to get up for somebody that's on the list.
This is the New York City Improv Festival version of Johnny Carson waving you over to the couch.
Yeah,
basically.
Right.
Basically. Well,
so why are you the host, by the way?
Well, I'm the host because I was watching Seinfeld in my apartment one day, and the episode where he has
a lot of us
the Merv Griffin show.
Oh, he gets a set.
And I was like, I don't have a set, but I have live streaming capability. I can just start doing this.
Oh, that's
so we've started doing this talk show, and then we were nice enough, thanks to Ronnie and Steven, for letting us cover the festival.
Steven
Stout.
Who was Steven Stout and Ronnie Pascal.
Yes,
Ronnie Pascal, who hosted our show, was the
maitre d'.
No, the restaurant host, the maitre d' of our show tonight.
Yes, he gave me a napkin when I came in. He seemed very into the napkins.
Oh, he loved napkins. Every time I talk to the camera and John Porte looks at me, I imagine the audience is also looking me in the face. And so I get a little bit less secure. I'm like, oh.
Jonathan makes people insecure. That's kind of one of his, secret skills.
Yeah.
This is the fun part of the program where we make Jonathan
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't. Yeah. He's blowing kisses.
So what else do you guys work on? You guys work together a lot?
All the time.
Yeah, so...
We're content creators, we're sketch comedians, we are producers, we develop the pilots for TV shows.
What pilot have you guys done?
All sorts of stuff.
All sorts of stuff.
Things that we can't get into now.
I'm an entertainment attorney, actually.
You're an entertainer, so you handle all the business side of everything.
Yeah, I'm the trouble end.
Yes.
I like to call it the trouble end, yeah.
So all the stuff about lawyers was true then in the show tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And we had some lawyers in the audience.
Oh, I saw some angry faces. Yeah.
Well,
do you guys have any shows coming up that you guys want to plug? Unfortunately, people can't come to see the show that happened a few hours ago. But where can the people see you in the future?
Well, you can check pulpriot.com or facebook.com/pulpriot.
We will put that in the comments.
Where we keep our stuff. You can also check for Chris Aurilio. He posts most of our show. You can also check my Facebook page, but also I won't pay attention to you. So, but Chris will, Pulpriot will, and sorry,
that's all. Dude, and your practice. You want to plug the practice?
Well, I mean, if you need an entertainment lawyer, you can play. You can.
We have a lot of lawyers in the audience as well.
If you need somebody to produce your content, Anik at pulpriot.com. PULPRIOT.com. If you want somebody you need an entertainment lawyer, you need Anik at AnikSoodLaw.com. ANIK at INIKSOODLAW.com.
Do you have any other such special skills?
I have a driver's license.
You have a driver's license. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Me too.
You also drive dune buggies.
Yeah,
dune buggies.
Not necessarily licensed.
He can drive a group. He can drive a group of people.
Yeah.
Do like a dune buggy tour. Like
I could.
No, I mean like he can like.
Oh, in a car.
Literally, he can just be like, "Go, people, go!" He can just drive them onwards.
I'm like,
He's really
like Moses in a way.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like Moses in a way.
He's very positive and very, very safe feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling very safe.
When he asks you to go a place, you're like, All right, I'll go that place. Yeah, I'll go that place.
Where are you asking people to go?
Off a cliff?
Whereas you make them feel very safe about it.
I'm the dark. When I ask people to go a place, they're like, "Oh, I'm the guy."
Is Chris
The
going?
alternative. Yeah, exactly. They're like, "Is the alternative death?"
Well,
Because
Chris,
that's what it feels like, and I'm like, "Yes, it is." Follow Chris, or I'll kill you.
Well, thank you guys for coming on the late stream. I
Oh,
really
give me a
appreciate it.
break,
Thank you.
break.
Oh, let's have a group.
I mean, you could have dressed nicer.
Are you a hugger?
I know.
Are you a hugger?
I'm a big hugger.
Are you
Oh,
a
I'm a
hugger?
huge kisser.
Some people aren't a hugger.
Give some mouth kisses.
Oh my god.
Give us some mouth kisses.
That
We get
feels
some mouth
good.
kisses.